right, so the derivative of that, you can rewrite it before you take the derivative as 3/4 minus 1/4 x. So what's the derivative of that? Negative 1/4. The derivative of 3/4 is 0. The derivative of negative 1/4 x is negative 1/4. Okay, so are those reciprocals? So in this case, we didn't even have to plug in the x value because there was no place to plug it in. Okay, but if you get something that has x values in it, then you would need to plug it in. Let's look at another one so that we can do that. Let's look at number 16. Okay, so 16 we have f of x equals 4/1 plus x squared, and then f inverse of x equals the square root of 4 minus x over x, and the point is 1, 2 for f. And so if that's on f, what's on f inverse? 2, 1. Okay. All right, so just find the derivatives of each one. So what rule do we need to use? Quotient rule. So denominator, 1 plus x squared, times the derivative of the numerator is 0, right, because it's a constant, minus numerator times the derivative of the denominator, 2x, all over the denominator squared. Okay, so then we can go ahead and plug in the x value of 1. So we get negative 4 times 2 times 1, so that's going to be negative 8 in the numerator, and then in the denominator 1 plus 1 squared, so 1 plus 1 is 2, and then square that is 4, so negative 2, and then take the derivative of this, so f inverse derivative prime of x. Okay, so before we take the derivative, we might want to write that as 4 minus x over x to the what power? 1/2. So what rule do we need there first? Chain rule. So 1/2 times all of that as it is, leave it alone, and to the negative 1/2 because you subtract 1 from the exponent, and then times the derivative of the inside. So what do I use to take the derivative of the inside? Quotient rule. So denominator times derivative of the numerator is negative 1 minus numerator, so 4 minus x, times the derivative of the denominator, which is 1, and then all over denominator squared. That's 4 minus x, if you can't read that. Okay, so f inverse prime of x.
4 over x squared.
What?
Wouldn't it simplify out to 4 over x squared?
Negative 4.
Or negative 4 over x squared.
So we have, this is to the negative 1/2, so it's going to be in the denominator, right? So 1/2, we're going to put the 2 in the denominator also. So put the 2 down here, and then this is going to be the square root, or we'll go ahead and, yeah, I'll go ahead and put it as a square root of 4 minus x over x. And then in the numerator, I have negative x minus 4 plus x, right? So the negative x and positive x are gone, so I just get negative 4 over x squared times the 1 that's up here. So negative 4, I'm going to go ahead and write it out instead of over x squared. Okay? All right, so times 1 is just going to make that negative 4 over x squared, so you can take that x squared and move it down here also. So f inverse prime of x is negative 4 over 2 times x squared times the square root of 4 minus x over x. Okay, and now what are we plugging in? 2, which is the y value for the f, right? But you flip that. So we plug in 2 to get the derivative at that point. Okay, so negative 4 over 2 times 2 squared, 4 minus 2 over 2 in the square root. So negative 4, and then this is 2 times 2 squared is 8. And then times the square root of 4 minus 2 is 2, divided by 2 is 2. So 2 over 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1, square root of 1 is just 1, so we don't have to write that. So negative 4 over 8 is negative 1/2. Okay, so there are your reciprocals. Okay, any questions on that? Okay, let's look at number 18. Okay, so